Investigators say the shooting suspect had a long-standing grudge against the newspaper. Jarrod Ramos sued after the Capital Gazette reported accurately, that is, on his guilty plea to charges of harassing a young woman he went to high school with. Jessica Cartalia reports we are now hearing from the attorney who represented the woman that Ramos harassed.
He was as angry an individual as I have ever seen.
Attorney Brennan McCarthy said Jarrod Ramos tormented his client for years.
She lost her job because of him.
And she lost her job because of this individual. He is malevolent. He forwarded a letter to her employer basically stating that she was bipolar and a drunkard, which is ridiculous.
McCarthy says the harassment and stalking began around 2009 after they became friends on Facebook. In 2011, she took him to court where he pleaded guilty to criminal harassment and was placed on 18 months probation. 5 days later, the Capital Gazette wrote a story titled "Jarrod Wants to Be Your Friend." It outlined Ramos's alleged erratic behavior, including emails he allegedly sent telling McCarthy's client, "Go hang yourself. You're going to need a restraining order now, and you can't make me stop."
Mr. Ramos was obsessively angry about this particular story.
Ramos sued the paper for defamation in 2012. The case was dismissed in 2015 on appeal. According to court documents, the judge said there is nothing to prove anything that was published was in fact false.
I, for one, received what I consider to be a death threat.
Tom Marquardt was the Capital's executive editor at the time of the article. He said he went to police about Ramos's threat, but was told nothing could be done.
I feared for my life, I feared for my family's life, and I feared for my staff's life.
A Twitter page believed to belong to Ramos has hundreds of angry tweets going back to 2011 about his case, the paper, and even McCarthy. Ramos's most recent tweet, just hours before the shooting, was directed at the judge who dismissed his defamation case.
He wanted to get revenge.
McCarthy said on Thursday when he heard about the shooting at the Capital newspaper, he immediately thought of Ramos.
It was inevitable. He was going to do something violent. The only question was, who would he get first?
Jessica Cartalia, WJZ.
Now, the Capital Gazette did get their newspaper out today, despite yesterday's devastating shooting. Just hours after the tragedy, several Capital staff members were seen working in a nearby garage. And this morning, the paper was published with this as its front page. And this is what the opinion page in today's issue looks like. It was left blank, just stating today we are speechless and listing the names of the victims in the shooting. So here's the latest on the shooting at the Capital Gazette in Annapolis. 38-year-old Jarrod Ramos is being held without bond, is charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder. Police identified Ramos with help through facial recognition technology. They do not believe anyone else was involved. Police did find evidence at Ramos' apartment in Laurel showing the origination of the planning. Stay with WJZ. We will have the latest on the shooting at the Capital Gazette in Annapolis. We'll have much more on the investigation and the victim.